Moving on to news in detail, we start off with security news. The war heroes who have entered the Puthukudiyiruppu town are successfully expediting operations to acquire the final land of the terrorists. The troops of the Army Mechanical Engineering Force and the Artillery Force utilized the 130mm artilleries recovered from Puthukudiyiruppu South recently to attack the terrorists. Our representative Sujit Vedanapathirana, giving more details, said the security forces entered the Puthukudiyiruppu, the last LTT stronghold, and surrounded the city to launch attacks. The troops are advancing with the aim of crushing terrorism. Jubilation reigned within the forces after they used the two 130mm artillery guns recovered by the 53rd Division to attack the terrorists. It is believed that these heavy weapons had been acquired to attack the troops. The artillery unit had been able to assemble the weapons within 2 days to make them usable. These guns can be used to attack a range of 27 kilometers. It is believed that the security forces possessed 5 such weapons. The terrorists had smuggled in these 2 weapons by sea and concealed to be used at a later date. This clearly indicates that they had no intention of renouncing violence. Defense spokesman Kehle Rambukwala has said that the only alternative for the LTT terrorist leader for survival is to disarm and surrender. The war heroes have now surrounded the Puthukudiyiruppu town. Under such circumstances, the terrorist leader had no other alternatives to save his life. The government's stand is that humanitarian operations will not be halted until the country is totally liberated from the terrorists. The next few days will be decisive for Prabhakaran and other leaders. They should call upon their cadres to disarm and surrender. In an interview with the Asian Tribune website, Minister Rambukwala said this is the only alternative left for them for their survival. Still our local news. UNP leader Ranil Wickremesinghe is under pressure to step down. A group of UNP parliamentarians is currently gathering signatures to urge the UNP leadership to summon a special parliamentary group meeting to broach the party's future and also request the party leader to immediately step down. Informed sources said the group is now agitating that Mr. Wickremesinghe should appoint a leader for an interim period and immediately permit a new leadership to emerge. A signatory to the letter said 8 signatures had so far been placed. They include some frontliners. The leadership should now concede that the baton must be passed on prior to facing any other poll. A majority of the members have opted that the present leader should not be allowed to lead the party at the forthcoming poll. They also fear that in the event a presidential election precedes a general election, Mr. Wickremesinghe will perform poorly. Another stock of food has been dispatched for the benefit of civilians detained by the LTT terrorists. The food was shipped from Trincomalee. A Trincomalee resident manager of the Ports Authority, Nimal Jatis, said it is the largest consignment to be dispatched to Mullaitivu. The government hitherto continuously dispatched essential food to the Mullaitivu civilians detained by the terrorists. The food was dispatched by land as well as by sea. The activities were carried out under the guidance of senior presidential advisor and parliamentarian Basil Rajapaksa and at the behest of the president. The food was shipped last night under the patronage of Essential Services Commissioner S.B. Divaratna and G.A. Trincomalee Major General P.T.R. Silva. The Trincomalee government agent said the stock included flour, sugar and dal as well as medicinal drugs. Main roads leading to social welfare transitional villages where civilians who had escaped from the clutches of the terrorists have taken shelter will be immediately developed. These civilians did not think of any escaping route when they stormed into the jungles with their children in fear of terrorist gunfire. The humane treatment meted out to them by the security forces afforded them an opportunity to breathe a sigh of relief after being intimidated by the terrorists. They entered the social welfare transitional villages with family members to live in freedom, hoping for better future prospects. The government had adopted all possible measures to extend all facilities to the welfare villages. The internal road network in the villages is also being developed. The work will be completed within 3 weeks under the guidance of Minister Rishad Baduddin.